It says we're live. I've been lied to before.
We've been lied to a lot tonight, Steven.
Yeah, no kidding. All right,
Been a lot of lying going on.
I'm gonna hold off from saying hello. There it is. Hello. Hey guys, welcome to
What's
Short
up,
Games.
Austin?
Is Austin already here? Austin is totally here. Oh gosh, that chat is small.
That was the best, hand. You're trying to show your mom a meme face that I think I've ever seen Steven do.
Yep.
That was fantastic.
I live to please.
Hey guys, hey Austin. This is a different setup. We are testing our E3 setup. This is the setup we're going to be using for E3 streams over the next couple days. But in order to do that, what you're watching is a live stream of Far Cry Arcade that Steven and I did.
Blast from the past.
A blast from the past. This is where we played 10 Rooms, which was a really fun puzzle map that we made a hilarious highlight video of that you should all go watch.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's a lot of fun. But we're just going to test this, and we're going to talk a little bit about our E3 predictions just kind of while we're here. We're going to hang out with you guys and chit-chat a bit.
Jake, did you post in the Discord that we are live right now? Like, did you provide a link?
I did not provide a link, but I can do that.
Okay, cool.
I'm on it.
So
big doggy dog.
With the setup we're doing, the chat is going to be visible on the screen, but that does look a little small to me. What do you guys think?
A little small?
Do I need to increase the size of the chat a little bit? I can try that. Ooh. Yeah, this is what a lot of this stream is going to be, things moving randomly.
Things moving. All right, Steven, I shared it in the Discord.
Okay.
I'm not going to share it on Twitter or Facebook, though.
So we did E3 predictions Sunday.
We filmed a great podcast
It was
Sunday.
a great podcast.
We overcame so many obstacles. I drove in from out of town. Steven was running around trying to do stuff, but we both sat down. We set aside an hour, and we had a great podcast. And then Steven's footage came back, and it had this crazy audio delay.
And I still don't know why.
It's something about the internal mic on the camera was coming through. I don't know what it was. But anyway, it was horrible. It was we couldn't separate it. It was unusable. I even edited it to see how bad it would be, and it was just unbearable.
Yeah.
So anyway, what up, Brody? Anyway, so that didn't happen. So we were kind of sitting here and we're like, you know what? We got to do a stream tonight anyway. We got to test this stuff. Why don't we just talk a little bit about what we predict? And I'll be honest with you, Steven, I don't even remember what I said Sunday about anything.
Oh, gosh.
But what's up, Nader Gator?
Oh, gosh. Nader's here? Wow.
We are really having a blast from the past tonight.
We are. He just happens to show up when we're showing a Far Cry Arcade.
I know.
It's funny.
He felt it. He felt it in his bones.
So I guess what we can do here is we can talk a little bit about our schedule and then go into some more surface level predictions because we don't want to talk about it for an hour and a half like we did when we recorded the podcast. But
we went conference by conference. I think we just be like, what's your biggest hopes and like what are your greatest predictions just across the board and go from there.
So Brody predicts video games.
Whoa, that's
Excellent.
Wild. How crazy would that be if video games?
Hey, 10 Rooms is playing right now.
Oh, looky there. That's old 10 Rooms.
I'm gonna add just a little bit of audio. We need to check what the audio combo is anyway. This is gonna be real tricky for you guys. You're gonna be hearing us talk on top of us talking. So this seems like a bad idea. I'm probably going to second guess myself here in a minute. Yep. We should probably put up a stream of like Brody playing Sekiro or something like that,
so that we don't hear ourselves.
Yeah, that might be better.
Is that a horse head I see? No, that was my dog head.
Yeah.
See, I'm a dog.
That's when he was a watchdog.
Most clever thing I've ever done.
Hilarious. So, yeah, I'm gonna mute that. after I talk about our schedule. Actually, Jake, you tell everybody our schedule because you've got it written down. I don't.
Yeah. Let me pull that up.
While you do that, I'm gonna find a Sekiro video.
Brody, you got Sekiro? That's awesome. I'm glad you like it. I'll tell you what, folks. I've been playing Days Gone, and I love it. But I'm ready to be back into Destiny.
Oh, gosh.
So I'm trying to beat it. I'm trying to beat it tonight. And
So you're really gonna go back into? That's not how you spelled secure.
Sekiro, Sekiro.
So like you're really like, let's play Destiny like right now. Like you're not even gonna wait for any of the changes.
Well, so Season of Opulence or whatever is going on right now. That started today. And I'll be honest, I've seen a little bit of it. I don't know if there's anything that I necessarily want to jump back into.
Right.
But I know that if I don't jump in at least a little bit now and start leveling up,
you're gonna regret it later.
Yeah, like when in September, rumored September.
Although,
or I don't know, maybe it is confirmed.
It's September. It's confirmed.
Austin, we need to play the Menagerie together. I want to try that out. That mode looks cool.
So, just to touch on that real quick, you might not regret it because knowing the way they've done things in the past, they might have a light boost.
Right, and they have a light boost right now. To be honest, part of me is I've got an itch to play it now, so I want to scratch that itch a little bit. But I may not go as hardcore as I did before.
I'll join you. I'd be happy to.
Did you see my Steven? Did you see my hilarious tweet of me watching the Stadia Connect and it wouldn't load?
No.
Oh, it's pretty funny. It's the dude's face and there's like a scrolling bar on it. And my tweet says, the irony of not being able to stream the Stadia Connect event is unreal.
So I saw before
he's literally talking about, he's like, you can stream it on anything. It's going to be crazy. You only have to have this much speed. And I was just like, the irony of I can't even watch this stream right now is hilarious to me.
Brody, they haven't talked about any new subclasses or anything yet. We're going to talk about E3 in just a second, but to touch on that, Jake, I did see that. Oh, is Anna going to come soon?
Wave to the people, Anna.
She's joining me for E3 for everything but Ubisoft and Nintendo. So you'll get to see more of her. But I saw something that said every 65 hours of gameplay on the Stadia is a terabyte of data.
Yes.
That's stupid.
Yes, I know. Look, I've pre-ordered the Founders Pack. I'm going to give it a shot. For $120, that's a free Chromecast for me and a controller. And there's, as I understand it, the Pro plan is like Games Pass, where like, hey, I'm paying $10 a month. You get all these games that are on this service so long as you continue this. Now, I have heard other podcasters saying it does not work like that, that it is $10 to just have the service and then you buy your games.
Right.
So as I understood it, it's $10. You have access to some games, but then you may have to buy some other ones. And then it was, you could use it for free and just buy the games you want.
Right.
Anyway, I don't know. It's still very up in the air, but what they said in the thing alluded to, it's just $10 a month. You got whatever games we got on the service.
Okay.
Whatever.
Before we go into E3 real quick, just to instill some encouragement in what we're doing. Last year we used my laptop for this. And it was a nightmare. It was at like 85% CPU usage the whole time. And like we even got
But for now,
good
I'll
lord.
move the mic closer to my mouth because this is quite
Brody talking in my ears and messing with me because he just ate his mic.
Oh, to mute him.
Well, we got to test the audio sync with,
okay.
like, just because we're going to have the press conference going, so we're going to need to be prepared for that to happen. But basically, the CPU usage was, like, really high for my laptop. I just checked everything for this desktop. It's at 34. So we should be set on that end.
Awesome.
So E3, Birdie says, I don't know what to be excited for with E3. I just feel like everyone isn't doing it anymore. Maybe Microsoft will show off some cool stuff. So
I'll be honest with you. I'm excited about Microsoft. I'm excited about Ubisoft and Nintendo.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm excited. I'm excited for all of them. Like
Square is going to have Avengers, which is just a really big title that we all want to know about.
Absolutely. I agree with you, Brody. it feels like people aren't doing E3 anymore, and every single year we get, like every single further year we get of E3, it seems like all of the big surprises show up before E3 happens, and so it's like last year especially, there were like no surprises. This year, I feel like that's kind of the case, which is one of the reasons I'm so excited for Avengers, is that we don't have any details. The details will be the surprise.
I don't got no deets.
So, like,
I need them deets, Steven.
I'm excited for Watch Dogs a lot.
Oh, me too. Don't get me started on Watch Dogs. All right, Brody, I want to jump in and catch on this Animal Crossing thing. First off, Austin, that's awesome. This is going to be your first E3 watching. I hope you watch it with us, get to experience it. Brody, on Nintendo's talk about their Direct, like their press conference about the Direct, they do not mention Animal Crossing, which I'm going to be straight up honest with you, makes me real fucking nervous, okay? I don't know what that's about, all right? They mention Luigi's Mansion, they mention Pokemon, they mention
I like that
something else, I forget, but not Animal Crossing.
Daemon Ex Machina?
Actually, no, I don't think that was other, which obviously they're not only going to talk about those three things, but
yeah,
why didn't they mention Animal Crossing? I'm paranoid
because they know it's what everybody wants to see, and Nintendo actually does have a bit of showmanship when it comes to E3 surprises. That's what Animal Crossing was last year, so I wouldn't be surprised if it's gonna get mentioned. It has to get mentioned.
It's a 2019 game.
Yeah.
Steven, how many months in 2019 do we have left?
6 more months.
Just about 6.
We are
so that
halfway
means
there.
It's got to come out in November.
Yeah.
Okay? It's got to come out in November. They've got to talk about it now. If they don't talk about it now, they've got to talk about it before the end of the summer. So,
Brody,
it's probably going to happen, but they're making me nervous.
Brody, Fire Emblem comes out, I think, July 26th. So it is next month. It's a week after Ultimate Alliance. It's that week. I know. So, okay.
You talking about Destiny, Austin? I think we're PlayStation friends. I don't know though.
We will
get
get back into Destiny, and if there is enough demand for it, I will do the Xur streams again, because Xur streams were fun. I heard that THQ Nordic announced some new stuff.
So they have announced they're doing SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom.
So weird.
They're doing. I was listening to this today. It's unclear to me if it's a Darksiders spinoff or if it's in the style of Diablo.
It is.
Okay.
You play as Strife.
I was about to say, or it's a Diablo spinoff that's called Darksiders.
No, it's another Darksiders game that's like Diablo, and you play as Strife, which I think might be the fourth horseman, because we didn't know who the fourth one was, or we knew who they were, I think, but it's War, Death, Fury, and Strife, I think, is the four now. So that could be really cool. I love Diablo-style games. I've never played Darksiders, but I know Jeremy from 8-Bit Gamesters loves Darksiders.
Yeah.
So he's probably down for that.
And then they also announced Destroy All Humans is getting a remake. Yeah,
that's right.
Just put that there.
Yeah. So regarding what to expect, did we talk about the schedule already? Because I was working.
Let me talk about it here. Okay, give me a second. I'm typing that in. Look, Brody already beat me to it. Okay.
And also be keeping me updated on how the audio is with our voices, because ideally we want you to be able to hear us first, but the audio of the actual video right behind
still
that.
Understood. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so here is what we are covering of E3. There's a lot more going on. Like there's a VR live stream that's happening. Kind of Funny is doing a Kind of Funny showcase that's going to have a bunch of indie games.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of other things that we are not doing, but we are covering most of the big name things happening. We're not doing the PC one, but anyway. So Saturday, that's tomorrow at 9 a.m.
Central Time.
Steven and I will be going live to watch EA talk about the Star Wars game.
Anna will be there as well, and we will be making pancakes.
Well, you know what? I don't get pancakes?
No.
No fun. Thank you for sending me that request, Austin. I will accept it when I get off here in a sec. I hate it when VR games get such a big time slot. No, Steven, Brody, they're there is a company, I forget what they're called. It's like VR Live or something, they are doing a VR game live stream. It's not a part of any stream. It's just it's their own thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay. So that Saturday, that's all we're doing. 9 a.m. That's happening. Later that day, though, Steven, you guys are doing the raid in Division 2, right?
Yeah.
He's so excited.
At
He's
8
so
o'clock,
excited
I think. Andrew hasn't talked to me about it at all, so I don't know if that's even happening or not. But that was the plan last week. So we'll see.
We'll see. But anyway, that's the only stream we're doing for EA Play. There's going to be lots of other live streams. Go watch their stuff. They've got a schedule of all the games they're going to be talking about. They're basically doing a live stream for each game.
Yeah.
So check those out. Look through those. We're only covering the Star Wars one.
Yes.
Sunday, Microsoft at 2:30 p.m. Central Time. Steve will be going live.
Yeah. For the start time of the actual press conferences, we're going live 30 minutes before that. Mm-hmm. Just to give us plenty of time to work out any kinks. I'm feeling good right now because this is going incredibly smoothly so far.
Yeah, this is great.
So,
Sunday 2:30, yeah, Steven will be doing that. Bethesda, we're going to be starting that at 7 p.m. Steven, I might make it to that one.
Okay.
If when you get ready to go live, if you could open as we are right now, and it may be something I pop in afterwards.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll try to keep you as posted as I can on that.
Okay. Miles will be at that one.
Okay, great. He's probably the most Bethesda of all of us.
He is the biggest Bethesda boy out of all of us, for sure.
Yeah. Monday, 2:30 p.m. Central Time, Steven will be doing Ubisoft.
And that's just going to be me, unless if someone else shows up.
If I don't know how I could get in there at 2:30 and do it, or at 2:30 to do it. I wonder. It probably wouldn't be wise for me to try and Skype in from my phone, but we might could try something like that.
Skype is being a.
I mean, even Discord, whatever
That's
works.
True, yeah.
I don't know. We might explore that. I don't know how wise that would be because I'd be at work working. I wouldn't be paying attention anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. And then Monday night, Square Enix. I put Square Enid in the tweet for some reason. That's funny. 7:30 p.m. We'll be doing that. I'll be there for that one. We're basically just going to geek out over Avengers.
Pretty much.
And, we might.
Dying Light 2. Dying Light 2 is going to be there. There's a new sci-fi game they confirmed is going to be there. That's cool. We know nothing about it. But...
Brody just sent me a thing. Let me finish up. Tuesday, Nintendo will be 10 a.m. 10:30 a.m. Central Time. I am so mad. I thought that would be like the one stream that yep, I'm definitely going to be there for that one.
Yeah.
Nope. I'm not going to be there. I'll be watching it over lunch somewhere. So, there you go.
So as an attempt to kind of finish big, I'm going to try to get all three of my sisters to come by for the Nintendo Direct. They love Nintendo. They've got a Switch. They play a lot of Smash Brothers, a lot of Breath of the Wild, and they're really cool. So we're going to try to do that. No promises.
So Brody just sent me this thing from Kotaku. Some things from E3 have leaked, including the George R.R. Martin game.
Yeah.
It's called Elden Ring for PS4, Xbox, and PC.
Okay.
It doesn't really say much about it other than just that's what it's going to be called.
Right.
And it is in partnership with George R.R. Martin. There's going to be a remaster of the first Ni no Kuni. And then Tales of Arise is a new game in the long-running JRPG series.
Of Tales? Yeah.
Yes. Interesting. Huh. Okay, cool. Thank you, Brody. How do I get back to my pop-out window?
You're gonna kill me if I kill too many people.
No. Where did my window go? I blame you, Brody. You made my window go away.
All right, so I'm going to try something here. I'm going to open up the exact same stream that we're watching on the computer, but on my TV, because that's probably where we're going to be watching it in this room.
Mm-hmm.
So let me know if I'm blowing you guys up.
That George R.R. Martin game is going to explode his ass. Oh, man. Brody, that would be funny.
Would it?
I think it would. All right. Let's talk about this. So, Nader Gator asked a way back, what games are y'all most excited for? Steven, what I want to start with is, what games do we know are going to be talked about that we are most excited for?
Avengers, easily.
I couldn't tell if you were going to say that or Watch Dogs.
So Avengers is number one for me because we know nothing about it. We have been... I've been waiting for Marvel games to like make a comeback. Spider-Man was the first one to do it, really. And now it's like we are primed and positioned for Marvel to just start owning the video game scene, with Ultimate Alliance coming out next month. Spider-Man came out in September, and Avengers is coming from Square Enix. Is exciting, and I'm really eager to see what they're doing with it. And the sound of the game is basically like a dream come true for me. Literally, the leaked details that they came out with were like 4-player co-op, hero customization, slowly changing world. It was like, wow, that's two of my boxes, like two of my biggest boxes. Right. So I'm really excited for that one. Definitely Watch Dogs.
I'm excited about. I probably, and this may just be me forgetting something. I'm probably more excited about Watch Dogs than I am Avengers. I really, really enjoyed Watch Dogs 1, and I really enjoyed the improved game mechanics in Watch Dogs 2. So now if I can just get kind of lean back into, let's get closer to the story we had in 1, but with improved game mechanics, even beyond what was in 2.
Yeah, give us a story that matters. Give us characters that aren't the worst.
Millennials.
Stupid millennials. And just give us expanded upon gameplay in 2, because I agree, the gameplay in 2 was heightened.
Although, I will say, I am a little nervous that they've maybe gone too far, because all we really know about the game right now is that you can play as any NPC, which in and of itself breaks the name of NPC.
I think that's probably an exaggerated point. I think it's probably where you can like take control of any NPC or something like that.
I'm just nervous about what that means, because a lot of people have been saying, like, in Watch Dogs 2 you were getting followers. Well, like, what if now when you recruit a follower, you can text them instructions and then you can play as them?
That's what I think it's going to be, because with the title Watch Dogs Legion, that makes me think that it is very much like,
what up, Kaylin?
Oh, hey, Kaylin. That makes me think that it's very much a following, like a group of people. Like, you can gain followers for the Legion, and the Legion answers to your call, the player. And so if you see that someone is over here at this place that you need to go to, you can use your phone, and then suddenly you're controlling that member of the Legion, because it's like you activated them with a text and said, hey, go here with the instructions. So it's kind of like character possession, but not possession.
Well, see, I don't know. Here's my thing. Like, if it was an android and I was hacking the android and I could walk an android through a security room, and do stuff like that, I'm down. I'm so down for that. But what you're describing, I don't necessarily like. I'd rather just play as my character and hack into other things.
Right.
But I do like the idea of you're creating this following, but you give them things to do.
Right.
Kind of like in Assassin's Creed, in Brotherhood, where you had all these assassins, and you could tell them, like, hey, I want you to go to Paris and establish something in Paris, and like that would level them up, and you could call them to help you fight.
For all we know, that's in the game. But like that detail of you can play as any NPC in the game, we don't necessarily have to assume that is the gimmick.
Right.
It could just be a feature where it's like an ability that you can unlock through the Legion, to where instead of just giving AI commands like go here, go there, you could temporarily take control, as if, like I said, it would come off as a possession, but in universe, in lore, it would be our player character texting this person like, I need you to go to this outpost, and then we, as them, go to the outpost.
Yeah.
So there is a way to explain it to where it doesn't come off as like supernatural or hacking an android or anything like that.
I mean, hacking an android I think makes sense, but yeah. Being a devil that possesses people or something, that's like, whoa, what are we doing here?
Austin, that's so sweet. Thank you. I wanted to make sure I addressed that. He said, if I never searched up Where Is Zer in October last year, I would never be here. I'm glad I did.
There you go.
We're glad you did too.
Nader said he's also excited for Watch Dogs. Brody says he wants to see what Platinum Games has been working on. I'm going to leave that to I don't even know if this is a prediction, but this can fall under like big time dreams here. I want Switch to announce that they are bringing, they're saving Scalebound. Like, that's my top tier hopes and dreams.
I mean, that's been confirmed, right?
No, it's a rumor. As far as I know, it's just a rumor. Kalen, I did too. I didn't regret it, but I did order one.
Yeah, I thought about it. I thought about pre-ordering it, and then I saw that statistic about the internet usage, and I was like, no.
Steven, I'm probably gonna send you my buddy pack, so you can.
I don't know what that is.
That gets you 3 months of Stadia Pro, just because I bought it.
Okay.
So that you can play things with me.
All right, I'll take it. Mm-hmm. Oh, Kalen also offered me his buddy pack. I can get two packs.
2 packs. Just I'll pass mine along later. That way you can have 6 months, Steven.
Excellent. So, what other predictions?
I'm hoping for a lot of information from Cyberpunk at Microsoft's. That's where they showed a lot of their stuff last year.
Yeah.
I'm really hoping we see a lot more. Man, I'm hoping for a release date. I really, really am. I don't know that we're going to get it, but that would be awesome. But I think that's going to happen at Microsoft. Microsoft is the conference I'm most curious about because they've got a lot of room to do what they want to do, and do whatever they want to do. So I'm really curious to see what they're going to do with all of that.
So to touch on that, Brody and Nader, they said that Bethesda doesn't really have much to show. Doom Eternal is definitely going to be there. We've been confirmed that Starfield and Elder Scrolls will not. Did they do Quake? Is there anything Quake related to talk about?
I haven't heard about it, but I wouldn't be surprised if they talked about that. I think they'll probably announce some DLC for Rage.
Absolutely, yeah. They'll probably talk about ESO. I think ESO, it may have already come out, but I think that there's a recent expansion.
I'll just tell you, too, you guys need to buckle down for Microsoft's because I guarantee you I think it's like a 2.5-hour conference.
Hey, Microsoft is probably going to be a 2.5-hour conference. Okay. And it's buckled down.
I know it's going to be like 2 hours, but
good.
Anyway.
Brody's like, they're probably going to do a Brink remake. Brody, they did everything they could to make sure that everyone forgot that Brink existed, and it kind of worked.
It kind of worked. It's a deep cut now.
Yeah.
So I want to talk about Nintendo because that's the only other one that I'm really like super jazzed about.
Right.
I'm hoping for. Well, let me back up. So Ubisoft, right? Another reason I'm excited about that is there are rumors that they are working on. They have been working on. What's up, Donato? Baldur's Gate. Okay, yep. That looked really cool.
Yeah, Baldur's Gate. Just to touch on that, glad you're here. I never actually got to play Baldur's Gate, but I've always wanted to try it. And if the new Baldur's Gate is on console, or I guess Stadia, if I'm apparently going to have access to it, I would love to play it.
Austin, shoot that video in the Destiny channel on the server, on the Discord server. Kalen, Stadia is not at E3, but they just had a conference, or not even a conference. They had a Stadia Connect, which is a Nintendo Direct style video. earlier this week. That's probably all we'll see from them for a while. And then Netflix is going to be at E3. I have no idea what they're going to talk about. Probably they're just going to talk about turning some of their narratives into games, kind of like the Stranger Things
probably
3.
Get some kind of Umbrella Academy project.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, we finally finished that. It was good.
It's a good show. Let me back up. Okay, so Ubisoft, right? They're working on an action adventure that they say is very similar to Breath of the Wild.
Yes.
Now, I just want to say fever pitch dream, all right? I have been saying for the longest time that I want to have I want there to be a Majora's Mask game to follow Breath of the Wild.
So to clarify your comments, just to make sure that we are on the same page. By that you mean Majora's Mask was the kind of sequel to Ocarina where it felt like playing Ocarina, but it was different thematically and kind of took... Okay, so you're just wanting the next step of Breath of the Wild.
I want them to copy and paste the mechanics and the world of Breath of the Wild and just insert Majora's Mask type craziness. And I don't even mean like bring back the Majora's Mask, like do whatever.
Right.
Just like tell a completely new thing, but just use the world you've already built, make some adjustments, make some new things, whatever. Do that. Fever pitch dream right now, right? What if they let Ubisoft do that, right? What if they said, no, we gotta focus on what's the next Zelda game? Hey, you guys come make the Majora's Breath of the Wild, what if, Steven? That's what I'm at right now. That would be crazy.
That really is a fever dream. Like,
I don't think that it's. I don't think they would trust Ubi with something that important. But what if they did?
Right.
It would just be crazy. Let's see. Hearing a lot of Baldur's Gate. Yeah, that's going to be exciting.
Yeah, I'm pumped for Baldur's Gate. I hope it comes to console. It's coming right now, only confirmed PC and Stadia.
So, Brody, I'm right there with you. I want to see more Ghost of Tsushima. Not going to happen at E3, but I guarantee you we're going to have a state of play. If not the week of E3, the week after. I guarantee you before the month's over, we will have a state of play.
I think it'll be right after.
What up? What up?
What's up, servant?
What up?
Oh, hey, McCoy.
What up?
So...
What up? Jump on your face. Come on.
What else about Nintendo?
So let me jump to Nintendo because that was just kind of before I got to Nintendo. Ubi. So I'm pumped about Animal Crossing. I hope we get a release date for that, and I hope we get some gameplay of that. I mean, surely it's got if they're still sticking to the releasing this year, which Nintendo hates to push back things. I hope we see some gameplay. I hope they show it off, and I hope we get a release date. I'm really excited about Luigi's Mansion 3. Yep. They have confirmed that. That's going to be there. I'm excited to see what that game's going to be about. That is also supposed to be... Danto, that is the live stream that we're watching. This is Brody playing Sekiro. This is our test for our E3 streams. So we kind of wanted to see what it would sound like.
I'm throwing it into the mix because, Donato, just to talk about it, this will be our setup for the E3 press conferences, and we're doing a live stream that Brody, who is in the chat, Brody's the other guy that streams here sometimes, we're doing a stream with his voice in it instead of ours because that would just get way too confusing way too fast. And we're doing that just to make sure that the audio that we're sending you guys is leveled correctly to where you can still hear the live stream, but you can hear us first. So it's just an audio test, pretty much.
Thank you for that. How did you say his name, Steven? Donato?
Donato, I think.
Donato,
but I don't have my glasses and the chat's really small, and I feel like an old man whenever I lean in to look at it.
Well, I'm dumb and can't read, so that's all right. Anyway, I will probably see some more the Three Houses.
We will definitely see more from Fire Emblem. Surely we have to.
Mm-hmm. You're hoping for Deus Ex Machina.
Daemon Ex Machina. They announced it last year at E3. That was the game that it just was like metal guitar with mechs flying everywhere, and I was like, what? And I was freaking out the whole time, and then I yelled, someone tell me what this is, and then everything just stopped and went black screen and said, Daemon Ex Machina, and I was like, oh, thanks. That's that game. We didn't hear anything about it up until I think Game Informer did it as their cover story for 1 month, and then we got another trailer in February with a demo drop. That's all we've heard about it, but it's supposedly coming out summer of this year, which summer is now. So that's why I'm hoping that they'll do it's out now, or even it's out next week, something like that. But I think realistically, it's going to get an August release date at E3.
Yeah, that's a lame summer date there, but all right. Donato said he's definitely Italian. Talking about you, Steven.
I totally am. I actually am.
Yeah. Totally is. Talked about all the time.
Thank you for the sub, though, Donato.
I don't know.
What up, Logan? Birdie.
That's a good joke. Hey, Donato, what do you think? I don't know. I don't know if there's anything else that I'm like super pumped about that I know about yet. I'm hoping for some surprises at Microsoft.
You really that's my thing, is like, just give me some surprises. Give me stuff that I don't know about to get me excited about what's to come down the road. Because right now it's just stuff we've already seen or we know is going to be there. Just show me some new stuff.
All right, so Kalen said no echoes and the audio is in sync. He said overlay could be tweaked and audio levels range from soft to normal.
So
what about the or talk about what you're going to change on the overlay, Steven, because some of it's not.
Nothing. I can't change a daggum thing.
Well, but like the banner that's next to me over here, this right here is going to have an E3 logo. It's going to have the logo conference we're watching, and then it will have our logo on it as well. And the reason it's so far over to me is because we're having to stream me to Steven via Discord.
Yeah.
And Discord sucks.
It does.
There is no way to do like a pop-out window or anything like that. So it's Steven has to be cropped in.
Yeah, it's having to overlap because there's just a bunch of Discord nonsense where it's overlapping. And so
even this is like the best we could do is like still having these little icons.
You could totally tell we're doing this through Discord. But Control. I don't think we'll hear anything about Control, honestly.
Donato, we can't do anything with the green screen I got back here. I'm just using it to hide my messy office. So if I was streaming through Elgato, I could do all that. But Steven's using OBS.
You're stuck with this guy.
You're stuck with Steven. Let me see. What am I doing here? Control. Where are we going to see Control?
Nowhere.
It's not going to be anywhere?
I don't think so. It's Remedy working with Sony. It's a PlayStation exclusive. I don't think they need to show it. They'll show it at a State of Play.
We'll see it at the State of Play.
Because it comes out in August.
So Steven, tomorrow morning our first thing is Jedi Fallen Order. What are your hopes?
I hope we're going to get gameplay. We know that. It's confirmed. I hope that... I had a few thoughts about this today, just about how the combat works. I hope that it is somewhere between Dark Souls, and you're going to laugh at this, somewhere between Dark Souls and The Matrix. Where, like, hits feel weighty, but you can do crazy stuff like wall run and double jump and fly through the air. Because when I think of Jedi fighting, I think of that kind of crazy amount of acrobatics, but still, like, very physical combat. So I want the combat to feel weighty, but I don't want it to feel like necessarily like Dark Souls where it takes a long time to swing a weapon, because that's not how lightsabers work. Sorry, they're literally made of light. But I don't want it to be overly simplistic, like something Arkham,
like the Force Unleashed type of game.
Yeah, but more so like I'm thinking Spider-Man and Arkham, where you've got one button to hit, one button to counter. I hope it's not that simplistic. I hope that there's more depth to like getting in like melee battles, whether it's with someone with a lightsaber, someone with a vibro staff, or whatever. I hope we see more from the story. I'm just really excited to see what they do with it. I'm skeptical, but I really hope it succeeds. And what I've been telling everybody, because everybody that I've talked to about Star Wars Jedi has been like, oh, I'm not going to pre-order it because it's EA. Here's the deal. Pre-order it from somewhere, if you're interested at all. Pre-order it from somewhere retail, so you don't have to buy it all at once and can't get a refund, like GameStop, for example. Pre-order it there so that EA can see, hey, this single-player game with no microtransactions or multiplayer is getting a lot of pre-orders. Maybe there's something to that, so that you can speak with your wallet without getting burned by EA in case it ends up being garbage. Like, put down the little bit of money, and if you wait a couple days and hear that it's garbage, just get a refund. You can do that from places like GameStop. That is the best thing you can do for games like this. And so I will 100% be pre-ordering it.
Kalen said he's hoping for a Force Unleashed Power Fantasy and a KOTOR story. I loved the Force Unleashed, like the powers and stuff, but it felt, I don't know, gimmicky. So I hope for like a more polished version of that would be really nice.
I think the way I put it when we first talked about it was less power, more control, like more precision. Where it's like in Force Unleashed, you could just, pull a Star Destroyer out of the sky, which was awesome. But in this game, I would like to see Force powers used with more precision. Where it's less of, you use this Force power, this thing happens, and more of, you can be creative with how the Force powers work, if that makes sense. Mm-hmm. I would love to see that.
Donato says, watch your words, Steven, because he works at EA, so...
We'll do better.
Do better. Brody says GameStop took a $50 million hit the other day.
Yeah, their stock dropped by like 27%.
Man, they're hanging on by a thread. I'm sure it's Stadia. I'm sure
digital is killing them. They reported a loss in the fiscal quarter or something like that, and it killed them.
You do mission structures? Okay. Yep. We played Anthem for a while. We were real, but we're waiting to.
I enjoyed Anthem. I'm just waiting for more content. I enjoyed what I played.
Did you watch the live stream they did?
No.
Pre E3? I haven't seen it either.
No.
Yeah, that's cool. We were real excited about Anthem. You should, Donato, you should go watch our reactions from last year's E3 when they were talking about all the Anthem stuff. We were real excited.
What else? I feel like there's like a really big one that we haven't talked about yet. That's like,
I mean, we haven't talked about Avengers. We've just kind of said how we're excited about it. I guess maybe we can a little bit.
Let's talk about Avengers a little bit. Like what in an ideal world, Jake?
You and I talked about this on the podcast. I can sleep tonight knowing that. You're welcome, Donato. So Steven, what you and I talked about in the podcast that didn't get recorded properly. You posed the question to me because we were reading the story of like the rumors that you get the character customization and all this and that. And you asked me, you were like, now Jake, do you interpret this as like a DC Universe Online where you're making a character, you're picking a set of powers, and you're fully customizing a new person that's supposed to represent you? Or do you think it's going to be, hey, here's Jake's Iron Man. You can customize him however you want.
My Spider-Man works differently from your Spider-Man.
Right.
Yeah.
And I personally hope for my Spider-Man looks like your Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Or doesn't work like your Spider-Man. But you're hoping for the other way around. You're hoping
I'm hoping for neither. I'm hoping for one or the other, honestly. I would love either one of those if they work well. I'm not weighted either way towards one or the other. I just would love a game like DCU Online that doesn't feel incredibly dated.
And I guess, and I maybe I talked about this when we were doing that, but I probably a better way to put for me is I don't want to end up with a game like DC Universe Online.
Right.
So I don't want it to be something that like they do it. But I don't know. If they could do it and they could do it right, that would be awesome. Oh man, I totally forgot about that Fable thing, Kalen. Oh, yeah. Fable at Microsoft, that's gonna be awesome.
To touch on that before touching on Fable a little bit, the Marvel thing, I think that honestly what we're going to get is, remember Marvel Heroes? It was the PC game that ported to console that was kind of fun, but never really got a foothold and never really did anything too particularly well. I'm thinking it's going to be a game like that, where they launch with a modest roster.
See you, Brody.
Bye, Brody. But they launch with a modest roster, and then over time they expand. They add more characters, and a lot of people have said that it sounds like Destiny. So what do you think regarding that? Do you think it's going to be open world, or do you think it's going to be you go on missions where you get a team, then you go on a mission, or you go to like certain cities for like semi exploration that also missions can take place at?
I kind of wonder if it'll be more like what you just said, kind of a mixture of you go to a city, it's open world, but you're doing a specific mission there. Almost kind of like Destiny. You know, Destiny, you go to a planet, it's open. You can, you know, the mission tells you to go one way, but you can go whatever way you want.
Right.
So it could go either way with that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm just with that game. I'm trying to really just temper any expectations or hopes for that game. Honestly, the only thing that I want from it is for it to
not be bad.
Not be bad. Like that's really it. So I'm going into it with no expectations. I'm just gonna take what they give me.
Square makes a pretty solid game, and I feel like with Marvel being connected to it, they're gonna want and expect a level of polish and quality. Mm-hmm. So I think we'll end up with a good game. The real question is it going to be a type of game that you want to play? Mm-hmm. And I say that to you, Steven, but also to you folks out there. Is it a game you're going to want to play? Yeah. That sort of thing. I don't know.
Yeah, it's going to be a games as service title, something along those lines. And what I hope that they do with that is I hope they make it one of those where it's a game that you revisit a lot, not a game that you need to grind a lot. So less Destiny, more
Borderlands.
Well, not even Borderlands. I don't want loot in this game. I want it to just be like maybe a few like equipable things here and there that like change how skills work or something. I would honestly be fine if everything was through the character progression. If it was all through a skill tree, that'd be great. That way, their means of getting you back in the game.
See you, Pablo.
Bye, Pablo. Their means of getting you in the back in the game after not playing it for a while will be less, hey, come get this gear that you don't have, and more, come play this new hero and this new mission that you haven't played.
Yeah. So Rocksteady, Caitlin brought up, they have announced that they're not going to be there. So I am thinking whatever they're working on is probably going to be a next generation game. Mm-hmm. I mean, at this point, they're so close. They haven't announced anything. There aren't any rumors. People aren't expecting anything. Right. I wouldn't be surprised if they've been told, hey, just wait. Just hold on to it.
Yeah. Austin said that Handsome Collection came out on PS Plus. Have you downloaded that yet, Jake? Borderlands?
I probably have, yeah. Mm-hmm.
We should play that sometime. It's a lot of fun.
We should. So I've heard rumors, Donato, about that Rocksteady game being a Court of Owls Batman game. Do you think that's something that is that something that you think they'll put out in the PS4 generation, or is that something that they're going to hold on to for PS5? I'm just curious. And so on that note, Steven, we haven't talked about what do we think about next generation. On the podcast, we did discuss, we think Microsoft will probably announce their streaming service, whatever their cloud gaming is going to be.
Ubisoft is going to announce some kind of service.
They're doing a Game Pass. And we think they're going to show a Xbox 3 or 2, whatever it is.
Xbox 2. Yeah, I'm sure they will. I think that Stadia is honestly scaring hardware developers a lot. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And
well, I get that. I get they have a reason to be scared, but like, I don't know. We just don't have. I mean, like we've been making jokes this whole time about how just things aren't loading right, and Kalen was saying, he regretted pre-ordering it because right after that his internet crashed. And it's just like relying on the internet, which we already have so much trouble with, to play your games, honestly, as a consumer, is a scary thing. So I look forward to the PS5 having a disc slot and, let you download your games and all this and that. Before we get too far ahead, I want to say Donato's saying that, yes, they are working on that. They've had some stuff and it's going to be cross-gen. That's exciting. I would love a Court of Owls Batman Arkham style game from Rocksteady. That would be a really fun announcement. But if they don't announce it this year, unless they just do a separate thing, maybe with a state of play or something, or maybe they just come out and say, "Hey, Court of Owls, here's the trailer.
Yeah,
we'll see you in November or whatever." I don't know how they're going to make it into this generation.
Right. All right. Anything that you guys in the chat would like us to talk about? Because I don't know, Jake, how much longer you...
Let's talk about how good Brody is at Sekiro, because I didn't make it as far as he has.
Brody,
he has.
Brody is a boss when it comes to FromSoft games. He loves FromSoft titles. I haven't been watching any of his gameplay, honestly.
So, Kalen, to talk about Destiny, I am it depends on how it works on Stadia. I know that obviously Destiny is now free to play, so obviously I can get that on Stadia. But if I have to pay to get, like, say I have to pay for the Shadowborn expansion or whatever the heck it's called, if I have to pay for that on my PS4 and on Stadia, I'm probably not going to do it. That'll probably kill a lot of that cross progression for me. If it's I can buy it on PS4 and Stadia just understands, oh, this guy's unlocked this thing, then that'd be great. But other than that, it might just be I'll come in on my Stadia account, do some basic milestones or something, and then move out from there.
Well, it's rumored that Destiny's coming to Switch.
Dante, I just did it. Dante, Donato, we're hyped, man. Look, don't worry, we're all hyped.
We're not hyped for EA, but we're hyped for
yeah, we're a little bit. We're excited about the Star Wars.
Yeah.
We're excited for Star Wars, and we're just excited all the way around. Stadia is considered next gen. I don't know if it's considered next gen just because it's like it's first gen.
The generation really more so depends on the games.
Look,
that's funny.
I'm horrible with names. All right, it just happens. It slips. I don't even get Steven's name right half the time.
Yeah, it's true.
No, that's about it. That's all I really got. Steven, you might have mentioned. Yeah, they might new Switch, like a smaller version.
The different Switch models. Sorry, your audio cut off for a second there.
Yeah, different Switch models.
Yeah.
I was kind of wondering if we would see that at the Pokemon Direct, but I guess it makes a lot more sense for it to be a Nintendo E3 Direct moment.
Sorry. Now, I ain't no video game developer or nothing, but it totally would have made sense that if they had that announcement ready, to tease it at the Pokemon Direct. Because you've got all those people who love Pokemon, who have played Pokemon in the past on a portable system, who prefer the portable, and they could have said, like, hey, for all of those people that play Pokemon like that, we have a special surprise coming at you at E3 at this date, tune in then. And then suddenly you've got the Pokemon people who aren't interested in E3 tuning into E3. That's more exposure to all of your stuff. That just makes that's synergy 101. Come on.
Donato, I'm glad they gave you some bonuses. Good. That's a good thing when they do that. But it does suck that you have to work that long. Austin, I probably will want some help going through it. I was watching some videos today about it. And then Kalen, they showed a lot of older stuff in their last their last teaser. They showed a bunch of different games.
By the way, I am downloading Destiny. It's currently downloading.
Hell yeah. Mm-hmm. I want to touch just real quickly. The new Pokemon looks awesome. Steven, have you watched it?
I watched all the stuff. Yeah, It looks cool, but I think the giant Pokemon thing is super gimmicky.
I'm not super excited about the giant Datamax Pokemon or whatever.
Kaylin, how did you know that was my mom? It's her again.
There she is.
Do your thing. Hold on.
I'm not as excited about the Datamax Pokemon, but I really do like the idea of the raids. So I almost wish that it was just a raid thing and not like oh hey, I'm in a Pokemon battle. Let me Datamax my fucking Eevee right now to get that going.
I heard the new mob sock.
We can't get that going in the middle of a Pokemon fight. So I'm not super excited about the giant Pokemon, but the wild areas are going to be great. I'm super pumped about the wild areas.
All right, I'm back. What's up?
So basically, Steven, I was just saying I'm not a big fan of the giant Pokemon either, but I do like the raid so that like you and I could buddy up and take on a giant Charizard or something.
That's cool, but
I just wish it wasn't everywhere, right?
I wish that it was more than just the raid. And they did say they had multiple multiplayer modes because the way they talked about it was raids was one of the options. And so I'm hoping that maybe there is an area, kind of like how they're doing the wilds area. I'm hoping there is an area where you can like co-op to some degree outside of just.
I think that's what the wild areas is going to be.
That's what I'm hoping. But and there it did show like multiple trainers walking up to something together in the wild area, and that's what made me think like, oh hey, cool. If the wild area is completely co-op, that would be awesome. Like that's my thing is I want to be able to like I want there to be enough co-op where you and I could do a live stream of Pokemon Sword and Shield and have plenty to do for a live stream, not just giant Pokemon battles.
Yeah. But everything else, man, I've been super excited about it. It looks really, really good. But anyway, all right, Steven, I know you probably got to go. I got to go do some other stuff, get some stuff done. I got to try and beat Days Gone, folks. There's too many other games coming out.
So everybody, tell your friends, tell all the Discord people, tell everybody if they want to watch E3. We're doing it tomorrow.
Donato will be there for EA tomorrow at 9 a.m. So I hope you're bringing your best, your A game, and we'll have to check out your channel and hear more about the Cataclysm once that comes out.
So Saturday 9 a.m. It's going to be 9 to 10. Then nothing else for Saturday E3 related. But then we're doing Microsoft and Bethesda on Sunday, then Ubisoft and Square on Monday, and then Nintendo on Tuesday.
I can give the times and everything. If you give me 2 more seconds. Oh, there it went. 9 a.m. tomorrow. Sunday it'll be 2:30 p.m. Central Time for Microsoft, 7 Central p.m. for Bethesda. Monday Ubisoft, 2:30 p.m. Central Time. Square Enix, 7:30 p.m. Central Time. And then Tuesday, Nintendo, 10 a.m. Central Time. So stay tuned for all those. I'm going to work on your name, Donato, all right? Don't worry about it.
Thanks, Donato.
We'll see you. All right. Steven, take us out of here.
Bye.
Bye.
Wait.